Hey guys, this is Peter from Epic Noobs Group, and here I am, magically appeared in Hearthstone with my friend Brandon on the screen. And hey Brandon, how are you?
I am wonderful. How's it going, Peter?
Pretty good, thank you. So we are decided that we're gonna do Battle.net fight in Hearthstone against each other, and we're gonna show you guys how that you would challenge your opponent. So first, gonna have to have your opponent on Battle.net. So I already have Brandon, as you can see here, but you can always just go and add another friend here by typing in their Battle.net name, and I think that's how you would add it, right, Brandon?
Yeah, I think you can do battle tag or email address.
Oh, email address too? Okay, that's good to know.
Nobody knows anybody's battle tag these days.
I try to remember mine. So right now, to for me to challenge Brandon, I'm gonna have to open up my friends menu, which is at the bottom left-hand side corner. Displays how many friends you have online, and at the top we see Brandon. Look at that, he responded.
I don't know this guy. How do you block?
Okay, so a friendly challenge. I don't think it's gonna be that friendly, but let's do it.
All right.
Ho. So I think Brandon, I'm gonna go with my custom paladin deck, and see how strong it is.
All right, let's go. I think I've got a good custom priest deck for that. So.
Okay, that sounds scary.
Yeah, Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
So golden cards can be disenchanted for a lot of gold. So
yeah, so you have all your cards, your basic cards and your expert cards, where you have your rares, legendaries, epics, all those. You can disenchant them and build other cards. But then you have gold cards, where it's the same exact card set, but they're in gold. So if you get duplicates of those, you can disenchant them for a ton of gold.
So you can have 2 creatures of each in your deck, right? Maximum.
Yes.
Okay. Out of what, 30 minions or 30 cards in one deck?
30 cards, up to 2 of anything. And you'll see people who have all gold cards in their deck. It actually looks pretty sweet.
Oh, okay. Wow. So I'm looking at my card selection right now, Brandon, and I have like 2 cards with 4 mana crystals and 2 cards with 5 mana crystals.
Since you're going second and you have 4 cards, I'll usually get rid of my highest, unless I have a couple 1 mana crystal and 2 manas. In your case, I'd get rid of one of those 5s just to hopefully draw something low to get you going.
But they're really good cards. They have a really good battle cry abilities. I really don't feel like getting rid of it. Could that be a disadvantage to me?
It could be. What I see is a lot of people are playing DPS really fast decks.
Okay.
So if you're sitting there waiting for turn 3, 4, 5, and you can't get anything on the board, you're going to be half dead by then usually.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, just for the sake of example, we're gonna try to go with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Right.
We got a mana crystal though because we went second.
You do, so that's going to help you. And turn 1, I've got nothing. That's 1 mana, so that's going to help you too.
Okay. So we're gonna use our mana crystal. It costs 0 mana, because you can see on the upper left-hand side of each card it tells you how many mana crystals it requires. Each turn you gain one mana crystal. So later on in the game you can use more powerful abilities. So right now we're gonna use our coin and do our special ability, which for Utter it is creature that it summons. I forget the name of it, goodness. And it basically gives you creature with 1/1 health, and it's gonna be the end of our turn. Let's see what Brandon has.
All right, got 2 options. I've got for 2 mana. I've got a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
But since all I'm looking at is a 1/1 that you have, we're gonna go this way. 2 mana gives me a 1/1, so I'm paying a 1 mana for a 1/1 is pretty average. That second mana lets me draw a card, which is huge.
Oh, so, I see.
So we're pretty even, and you started with an extra card. Now I'm up an extra card. So
okay. And actually that works out really well now, because second turn I can bring out another creature. Just 1/1, but I have something on the board, right?
Yep.
So, well, let's not waste any time. And I can attack with my 1/1. I can attack his creature or the hero. I am going to attack the creature because he might have something that can buff it, that adds more damage to him. Naturally, his hero cannot do damage to me, but his minion can, so I want to take his minions off. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that.
Alright, let's see what we have. Not a lot of options, but let's get a creature on the board at least.
Okay.
And let's go.
So now what we can do is we can bring a grizzly that has taunt. It's a very intimidating grizzly bear that makes your opponent's creatures to attack the grizzly instead of you. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, pretty good. 3 for a 3/3 is pretty solid, but a taunt is just a game changer, especially at the beginning like this.
And now, if you guys remember, I started with like cards with 4s and 5 mana crystal requirement, and we were able to sustain and not take any damage. And now next turn we're gonna be able to start using those, and that's really good. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and attack. I didn't want to sacrifice this creature, so I attacked him, and that's gonna be the end of our turn.
Come on, luck of the draw. That's a fun card, but we won't see it for a few rounds. Let's go ahead and not the ideal situation to be giving somebody +1/+1, but it will let me at least trade for your taunt.
Okay.
So I lost pretty much my good damage there. Oh, I can't do math apparently. He's still alive. And actually, I'm doing great. Your turn.
All right. So let's see what we can do now.
Math, come on.
Ah, that's overrated. So we have a couple of options here. Well, with this guy, we could do immediate damage, which is always a good thing. But we have 2 cards here that can do damage across the board on all the minions. We might don't want to go ahead and waste that just yet. It just so happens that we can. Decisions. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this. And we draw a card. That's a good thing. And his creature that river cross I cannot read.
The giant fish thing.
Yeah, that thing with scales and big fins and big teeth, and it's called the river cross. Crocolisk. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Brandon, for helping me out there. So he has 3 damage. We want to take that off the board. We don't have a taunt, so he would do 3 damage to our hero next turn if we don't sacrifice our 1/1. So yeah, it's gonna be the end of our turn.
That changes things. So I have, sit on some cards that'll help me do damage across the board.
Okay.
Will heal all my minions across the board, but the board's pretty empty, so...
Yeah.
I've got 5 mana, I'm only going to use 4. 3 is good damage, and he has taunt, so...
So... It looks like you are trolling me.
Just a bit.
So the best thing to do about trolling is that you troll back. Troll the troller.
The worst part is when each player has these, because 3/5 against a 3/5 means 2 rounds of attacking each other.
Yes. Alright, we're gonna call it our turn.
Alright, let's get this part taken care of. Not the best. For 5 damage, for 5 mana, 2 damage to all enemies. Well, there's only 1 minion on the board, not the best use of it, but it does let me now knock you out. So
pretty good.
And we can still fit in 3 more damage to you.
Oh wow, nice.
Yep.
Okay. So now we have a couple of options. We have 6 mana crystals. We want to utilize that. For now, we're gonna do an ability that cost 4 and also another ability that cost 3 mana. So we're gonna do that.
The light shall burn you.
And bring a creature on the board. So this is a really good attacking weapon that your hero can equip. On the right hand side you can see it has a shield, a kind of a broken shield icon. Number 2 means that it's gonna be available for 2 rounds and it's gonna do 2 damage and restore health for us. That's really good. So for 4 damage we have to kill his stunned creature first, and the advantage of doing it with a true silver champion is, Brandon, that my hero is not gonna take damage from your creature. If I was to attack it with a minion, the minion would suffer some damage.
You actually do take damage from the creature, but because you restore 2 health, you only lost 1 damage in that trade.
Huh.
Yeah. So if you take your hero and attack a creature, you're actually going to attack as if it was a minion.
Oh, really? That's good to know. Okay.
So you took 3, but your weapon triggered and healed you for 2. So that's a really good trade.
Okay. So right now it's a little disadvantage for us because we only have 21 health. Brandon has 28. His creature on the board is stronger. We have a couple of cards that we're going to be able to start using, so we still have some hope.
Couple options here. So this card, I hate this card the most, and I love this card the most. If I have it in my deck, 6/5 with taunt, it's so hard to get rid of unless you have direct removal. So we'll throw that out there, and we'll hit you for 3 again.
Oh goodness. Okay. Brandon.
There it is.
So this is just funny. The gates are open. I wanted to do this. I had other options, but I wanted to do this. So let's see. Now we're gonna kill our silver recruit, and we're gonna do this. It might not be the best trade, but because my hero can heal and take off his big creature off the board, that I believe was a decent trade.
So here is the biggest reason why you run this card.
Destroy a minion with attack of 5 or more. Oh goodness.
So for 3 mana you can destroy anything that has an attack of 5 or more. The number 1 use is to get rid of that Lord of the Arena.
Wow, that's a really powerful card.
Everybody's running Lord of the Arena, so everybody needs to run removal.
Oh, I see.
Alright, 5 mana left. I've got a ton of options here. And actually, we're going to make this quick. We're going to hit you for 5.
Wow.
For 2. I'm going to heal myself for 2. And we'll hit you for 3.
That's really, really powerful, Brandon. Okay, so let's see. We want to do damage like right now, but I guess we need a shield again, so might as well bring another one in. So, well, it's not looking good for us, not at all. But we're gonna go ahead and try to hang in there as much as we can. But it's turn 9, so there's gonna be a lot of big creatures on the board. We only have 4 health left. Not much of a hope there.
All right, let's do this. Usually you want to use this on something else, but you got a 1/1. Let's go ahead and take him out. And I'm just stalling for another round. You'll see why here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and bring something else out. He's going to heal me for 2. I'm already at max health. You can't go past 30 health.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and, well, let's just sit for another turn and we'll see why.
Okay. Okay. I love this card. I really do. So we healed up for 2 mana. We have 7 left. Let's see. So we can do a 4-3. Yeah, let's do that. So this guy has charge. That's good. And this guy has Wind Fury. We're gonna be able to use that next turn. So now, goodness, let's see if we can just go and start. Take off his creatures. We want to take off his we want to take his creatures off the board because his creatures can do damage to us. Although, Brandon, so right now I'm thinking because basically I have a creature with taunt on the board, right? But I have 10 health. Would it be more advantageous for me to attack your creatures or attack your hero?
I'd probably attack the creatures just because you're still low health and I'm max health.
Okay.
But most importantly, don't sacrifice your guy with taunt. Make sure he stays alive.
Okay. So I think because you said that, I'm going to go ahead and attack your hero. Because your hero is not going to inflict damage on my taunt guy. So with my taunt guy, next turn I can defend with maximum health. So we're gonna do that, and that's gonna be the end of our turn.
Alright, so just for fun, I'm going to show you the card that is going to make you want to uninstall Hearthstone, take your laptop, run it over, and then still burn it to the ground.
Okay, curious.
Mind Control lets you take control of an enemy minion. So it's 10 mana, it's expensive. Most games don't even get till turn 10.
My goodness.
But if you're running this card, and I think it's a priest-only card. So if you're running a priest deck, if you can make till turn 10, this is usually going to swing the game in almost any case.
It does, yes.
And so at this point, I really don't like Wind Fury. It's just a big hassle to deal with. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and knock him out.
Okay.
We'll leave your 2/5 there. He's not going to do much.
Okay.
And we'll hit you there for 3.
Huh.
Let's see what you get.
So that mind control, is it permanent?
It's permanent, yes.
Oh, wow. That's
when you
powerful.
take control of the minion the first round, they essentially are asleep. You can't control them.
Okay.
But it's a permanent takeover.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So that is not so good for us. So I think what we're gonna do is, let's see, here's charge, and well,
ooh.
Reporting for duty.
he only does 2 damage, but the other guy with taunt does 6. We're gonna trade there.
Good trade.
So we consecrated the hell out of everything. Consecrated.
Alright, so 5 mana, get the guy on the board, heal myself a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do 5 damage to you.
Oh, that's a lot. That hurts.
And just to solidify it all here. There you go.
Okay, so next turn we are dead, basically. Unless we have something with taunt, right?
Yep.
So why don't we bring something with taunt? Happened to just get one. That's good.
Hopefully you have another one.
No. And we cannot even kill any of the other guys. Well, so deals 2 damage. I think Brandon, I have a way to live another round.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this guy in. He does 2 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and use that on the Crossic. I'm gonna use my minion on a Crossic. He has only 1 creature next turn, which is gonna have to attack my creature with taunt. And we're gonna bring another minion in.
The best part of all that is he keeps calling it a Crossic.
Crosslock. Well, no. Okay, end of my turn.
You've called it a Crossic so much I forget how to even pronounce it now. So I didn't draw anything fancy. It's not going to help me much here, but the Northshire Cleric is great.
Okay.
Anytime you heal it, you get to draw a card. Or
Okay.
anytime you heal any of your minions, you get to draw a card.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
it's not going to trigger here probably in this game, but let's go ahead and get rid of your guy with taunts.
Okay.
I can heal myself for oh, actually, I can now heal him.
Huh.
Trigger the cleric and draw a card.
Nice.
And I drew the best top deck right now. 2 damage to everything on the board that is an enemy. So.
Oh goodness! Look at
Take out your
that.
creatures, take out you, heal myself for 2.
Huh. Well, that deck is really powerful, Brandon. I have to admit.
Yeah, this is a really, really good. It's all basic cards. There's no rares.
Okay.
But it's taken me from bottom of the ladder up to 20, which is, it's a good start.
Okay.
For something that was just thrown together in 5 minutes. So.
Can you tell me something about what does it mean to be ranked 20?
Yeah, so the ladder is basically like any other ladder. There's 25 rankings. You start at the bottom, 25.
Okay.
But what they do is there's star levels. So you can be 25 with no stars.
Okay.
You win a match, you gain a star. So
Okay.
25 1 star, 25 2 stars, and then you
Okay.
get promoted up to 24.
Oh, okay.
Not everything's 2 stars. You go from 2 stars. I think around level 20, there's 3 stars.
Okay.
You start getting in the top 10. I think they go 5 stars even.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty straightforward. You win a match, you gain a star. You lose a match, you lose a star.
Huh. I see. That's pretty simple.
Pretty simple. Different tiers of the ladder. You're going to see different stuff. So that's a really basic priest deck, and I flew all the way up to level 20, and now I've kind of hit a wall where
Okay.
you're starting to see people with expert cards and rare cards. So you need to, have better cards and build better decks to adapt and keep climbing that ladder.
I see. So check this out. I got an expert pack. I earned it because I reached level 10. So let's check out what's in it. Blessing of the Kings gives a minion +4/+4. Haha, Paladin cards unlocked 2020. That's really good, no?
Yeah, pretty solid.
Okay. Let's see. We gotta put it in our deck because we got our asses kicked with that. So, and we can open up our expert pack. Let's see what we have in there. Okay. Yes.
There's something like 265 cards in Hearthstone.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like much because each class or each hero has cards specific to it. So there's not that many neutral cards. But because you're only running 30 cards in your deck and only 2 of each, there's actually a lot of card options and deck options. So you're going to spend a ton of time just tweaking and playing and
Nice.
getting mad at losing on the ladder.
I see. Okay, so when you open up an expert pack, you have like 5 cards in it, right?
Yep.
So let's see what cards we got. A Murloc, all classes. So that's.
Let's not talk about Murloc decks.
Sounds like you had a bad experience.
Yeah, there's a Murloc creature cards, and they usually will trigger, if you play a Murloc, do this, or if another Murloc comes into play, all your Murlocs get +1/+1. So people will build decks of just Murlocs, and they're frustrating.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so the other one is a Mad Bomber. It's a goblin that has deal 3 damage randomly split between all other characters. Huh, that's interesting. For 2 mana.
Yeah, 2 mana, 3 damage. You just can't direct it, but it's fun.
Okay. So let's see the epic. We got an epic card. It's a druid epic card. Force of Nature summons 3/2/2 Trenants with charge that die at the end of the turn. So for 6 mana, we got a 2. That's 4 damage with charge. I don't know if that's really an epic card.
It's like any other card game. Like the expert and rare cards are not necessarily always the greatest cards.
Okay.
They're cards that require more thinking and a more advanced level of play. So it could be a good card in certain decks.
Okay.
But yeah, at face value, 6 mana for 4 damage is not the greatest thing.
Let's see what the next one is. Another epic for Warlock. Twisting Nether. Destroy all minions. For 8 mana.
So you actually got 2 epics in that same pack?
Yes.
That's pretty good. Are they That's pretty good. So I think you're guaranteed one rare card in each pack,
Okay.
but you have a small chance of getting multiple rares.
Oh, that's really fun. Okay. Well, destroy our minions. Does that mean that it destroys your own too?
I believe so. Which card is that?
It's the Twisting Nether. For 8 mana, it's a Warlock card, and say destroy all minions. It's an epic card. Now, this can be really good, and round 8, your opponent has a lot of cards on the deck and on the board, and you have like one or two maybe. You can sacrifice a couple of your cards to wipe the whole board if it's disadvantageous to you. So I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's situational. You know, if you're behind, if they've got a ton of big stuff on the board, it's great. You can do this huge wipe. Um, there's also a couple. There's a legendary warlock card,
Okay.
Lord Jiraxis. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Um, he's got like 15 health or something like that. So you know, it's if you have a huge card that you want to bring out, you can just play that board wipe, bring him out, and it's amazing.
Oh, wow, that's really good. So let's see what the last card is. All classes, Amani Berserk. So Enrage plus 3 attack. That's really good. No?
Yeah. And rage, I believe, when he's damaged, it triggers. So.
Oh, okay. Plus 3 damage, plus 3 attack. But he only has 3 health, so not likely that he's gonna live. He's only costing 2 mana, so it's an early card. It might be a good card, right?
Yeah, 2 mana, and he's a 2/2, I think, right?
2, 3.
Oh, so yeah, it's pretty good. So 2/3 for 2 mana is fine.
Okay.
And there's a chance, you know, if he takes a damage or 2 damage, he goes up to 5 attack. So
Okay, that's really good. So that was all the 5 cards. And I guess this was Hearthstone, playing with your friend. And we went through a couple of game mechanics, we went through a couple of cards and card options, and just generally how the game goes. So we played with Brandon, and we're gonna go ahead and put his channel down below. Rage Quitter is on YouTube. Make sure you visit his YouTube channel. And it was pretty fun, Brandon. What do you think?
That's a solid game. You didn't draw the right cards. I drew the right cards. It happens sometimes, but it's fun.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you're going to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment and share the videos. Thank you, and have a good night.